Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Young Thug is charged with making $16 million from AEG catalog sales without their consent. Even though Young Thug was just out from prison 2 weeks ago, AEG is already causing him issues. The firm claims that he illegally sold off the copyright holdings to more than 400 songs in 2021 for $16 million, according to a recent revelation from All Hip Hop. The copyrights were purportedly intended to be used as security for an outstanding loan that Thug and YSL had obtained in return for the sole worldwide rights to advertise his live performances. According to the firm, they gave Thug $5.25 million in 2017 with the understanding that he would pay back the loan plus interest and split the proceeds from shows that included outside promoters. According to AEG, Thug initially overstated his ability to repay the debt and then defaulted on it. AEG now want the initial amount plus interest, along with any profits Thug made from the copyright sales. The entire drama was, predictably, put on hold when Thug and his YSL group were detained by the police in 2022. At the time, they booked them under a huge RICO indictment. Following 2 years in prison, Thug agreed to a plea agreement that would grant him freedom with a number of restrictions. Among them is a probationary period of 15 years. Since leaving, Thug has shared cryptic information regarding Ghana, met with Up.Ti, and more. To discuss the YSL RICO case, his lawyer, Brian Steele, even had him FaceTime students in his Emory Law School class. "I think it's very, very, very important to become lawyers," the rapper said to the pupils in a class video that went viral. "Above anything else. The two greatest things ever created were doctors and lawyers. You genuinely assist others, and I believe it is God's work." After being sued over a $16 million publishing deal, Young Thug is facing new legal drama. Even though Young Thug is no longer in jail, his legal issues are still ongoing because he is being sued for allegedly collecting millions of dollars in error. The music behemoth AEG is suing the Atlanta rapper, according to All Hip Hop, for reportedly agreeing to a $16 million publishing deal with Cobalt Music in 2021, even though AEG claims to have already obtained the rights to Thug's songs. According to AEG, Thugger agreed to a contract with them in 2017 that resulted in a $5.25 million debt for him. They assert that he gave the corporation the rights to his publishing after he failed to reimburse the money. AEG also claims that they were granted the rights to advertise the YSL leader's live performances as part of Thug's loan default. After Thug sold his publishing in 2021, AEG filed a lawsuit. However, after the rapper was taken into custody in connection with the well-publicized RICO lawsuit against his YSL collective, the proceedings were put on hold. AEG is requesting the $5.25 million loan return plus interest, as well as whatever money the rapper earned from his contract with Cobalt, now that Thug is out of jail. AEG already filed a nearly $6 million breach of contract lawsuit against Young Thug in 2022. The business asserted that Thug continued to book gigs on the side for hundreds of thousands of dollars in performance fees despite owning the rights to his concerts. YSL and Mr. Williams immediately failed and refused to honor their respective obligations under the 2017 artist agreement by, among other things, disregarding AEG's rights, performing concerts without AEG's involvement, and keeping all proceeds generated from them. AEG lawyer Kathleen Jory stated at the time, despite having granted AEG the exclusive right to promote Mr. Williams' concert performances under the terms of the 2017 artist agreement. Additionally, according to the firm, Thug pledged some of his intellectual property rights as security for the deal. AEG then asserted that they have the right to take control of the Young Thug trademark, parts of his publishing catalog, and the Young Stoner Life brands. Young Thug has not yet addressed the complaint or its allegations. Additionally, it is unknown if this action will affect his extended sentence in any way. Young Thug was ultimately released from prison late last month, after a lengthy and grueling trial. The rapper accepted a plea agreement and will serve 15 years on probation. He was also forced to pay thousands of dollars in fines and comply with numerous release terms. This includes not communicating with any accused gang members from YSL affiliates other than his brother and Ghana. Young Thug's fans and peers are overjoyed to see him return home, and they instantly praised his attorney, Brian Steele. As for how Jeffrey is feeling right now, he is aware of my feelings, which I will not share due to attorney-client privacy. However, this is not the same as a not guilty verdict, Steele told reporters outside the courthouse. Nobody here wakes up every day at 4:15 a.m. on a concrete floor known as his bed. He is shackled at his feet, waist, and hands, and comes to the Fulton County Courthouse every day to sit on concrete, eat from a bag, and hear lie after falsehood. So Jeffrey is really delighted to be able to go home today and not have to go through another 90 or 120 days of it, the trial. However, Steele has moved on and will now represent a new client. This client is Jackie Johnson, a former Georgia district attorney suspected of interfering with the murder investigation of Ahmaud Arbery. Arbery, a 25-year-old black guy, was tragically shot after being pursued by 3 white males while running. The 3 men were eventually convicted of both murder and federal hate crimes. Johnson's trial for alleged criminal misbehavior is set to begin in early 2025, according to the AP. Debt and then defaulted on it. AEG now want the initial amount plus interest, along with any profits Thug made from the copyright sales. The entire drama was, predictably, put on hold when Thug and his YSL group were detained by the police in 2022. At the time, they booked them under a huge RICO indictment. Following 2 years in prison, Thug agreed to a plea agreement that would grant him freedom with a number of restrictions. Among them is a probationary period of 15 years. Since leaving, Thug has shared cryptic information regarding Ghana, met with UP.TI, and more. To discuss the YSL RICO case, his lawyer, Brian Steele, even had him FaceTime students in his Emory Law School class. I think it's very, very, very important to become lawyers, the rapper said to the pupils in a class video that went viral. Above anything else. The 2 greatest things ever created were doctors and lawyers. You genuinely assist others, and I believe it is God's work.